In a second, I'm going to ask that you pause the video to take time to turn and talk with a neighbor or quietly reflect on the counting method, tracking ability, and critical learning phase or phases this student has demonstrated that he has mastered or not yet mastered. Please refer to your Counting Continuum handout in order to make reference to the counting object's critical learning phases. Please pause your video now. It often takes a long time for young children to develop a sense of quantities and relationships. There are several ways that can give you as a teacher some indication about how meaningful numbers are becoming for children. One way is to gain insight into the child's sense of number by asking them to estimate before counting a group of objects. When asked to estimate, students will often say whatever number comes to mind because they have not had enough experiences to make a reasonable estimate. You can tell they are just coming up with any number because they often do so without even looking at the objects. When children count without paying attention to their estimate, it means the number was not very meaningful. Children who have mastered this developmental milestone will be thinking about their estimate while they are counting. When they get to the end or get close to their estimate, they will often comment about a relationship between their findings and the estimate. Children who have mastered this critical learning phase realize that when they have counted past or won't reach their estimate, it is not an exception for young children, but definitely worth noting. For the beginning counter, it will be impressive if they react to their estimate. As they develop meaning of numbers, they will adjust their estimate for small numbers. After many experiences, they will change their mind and make a closer estimate while they are counting because they now have more information. Children who understand this critical learning phase change their mind and make a closer estimate while they are counting because they have more information to base their estimate from. Again, estimation is not an area of focus for kindergarten, but it is worth noting because it will provide you with insight on how meaningful numbers are for your young students. We're going to take a moment to do a processing activity. We are at the conclusion of the counting objects section of Chapter 1, so I would like for you to think about what has been discussed in completing this synetics reflection. Counting objects is like a mountain, umbrella, or house because of blank. Think about how you would complete that statement to wrap up the information that was shared for this portion of the virtual training.